What is going on? You're all talking in some sort of a secret code.
A decision was made to keep something secret from you 2 summers ago. The summer that you and Holden were planning to be married.
That was the happiest summer of my life.
And we didn't want to spoil it.
We? Is that you and Lucinda?
It all started with me. I think I better tell this part.
But you were in Los Angeles that summer, weren't you?
No. I was up in Park Forest in an apartment, about ready to have a baby. Only a few people knew. Andy, Lisa, and Iva. About the time that you got married, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy.
And at that time, she was in no position to raise that baby. So, I adopted him.
Aaron? Well, you told me that the birth mother was...
That was a lie.
Why would you lie about that?
Because when the blood test came back, they proved that Aaron was Holden's son.
Lily, I know this must be very hard for you to accept, but I mean, after all that you've been through, but I want you to think about that summer when you were so happy with Holden, and how much you had been through, and I was just so afraid that if you knew that Julie had Holden's son, that
that it would just destroy it?
It would have been a shock, Lily.
Yes, it would have been a shock, but we could have worked through it. I loved Holden. It's not like I didn't know that he slept with Julie. It's not like... He knew the truth about the child, and he didn't tell me. Or did he know?
No, he didn't know. He did not know.
Iva, what gives you the right to keep this from him?
I decided that. I didn't just do it for Holden's sake or for your sake. I was afraid of what it would do to Caleb, and I was still in love with him.
Okay, so maybe I can understand your motive. I don't admire you for it, but Iva? You're my mother. You're Holden's sister. How could you think that you could play God with our lives, with Aaron's life?
No, I did not think about it like that. I didn't think about it like that.
Now,
Really,
just take it easy. I had the same initial reaction when I heard this story months later because I was lied to as well. But I would have told you. I would have told you immediately if I'd known.
I'm sure you would have. You would have done anything to get me and call the wedding off. But once you knew the truth, you didn't see fit to tell Holden, did we?
Darling, I wanted to, but anyway, it didn't matter because Aaron had been adopted. Aaron was Iva's.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You wanted Aaron. That's why you didn't tell Holden. You wanted Aaron.
Oh, no, Lily, no. No, I love Aaron very much, but I always intended to tell you and Holden when the time was right.
I don't believe you.
Oh, Lily,
I think
please,
you just wanted Aaron for yourself. There's no other
Lily,
reason.
please, I was going to tell you when you were pregnant, and then you had a miscarriage, and then Holden disappeared.
Darling,
Lily, please believe me.
Iva, please, it was Julie's secret, for heaven's sake. It was Julie's baby. And if Iva hadn't adopted Aaron, God knows what Julie would have done with Holden's son. She might have put him out to who knows who.
Wait a minute, Lucinda! No. I am more than willing to take my share of the blame for the decisions that we all made, but don't you dare accuse me of not loving my child or wanting what was best for him. And I'm being totally honest here, which is a lot more than I can say for you.
What do you mean?
Your mother knew that Holden was in that hospital in New York last September, and she didn't tell anyone.
No, that couldn't be true. That's not true, is it?
There's been a misunderstanding.
Oh, no. I was in Lily's hospital room when Holden saw you through the glass partition, and suddenly he remembered seeing you through a glass partition just like that in his hospital room in New York.
He didn't know his own name. We can't go by
He checked it out.
He saw.
He checked it out. Her picture was on the cover of a business magazine that Dr. McKay had given him. Dr. McKay showed it to Dr. Sussman, who remembered her. Only he said that her name was Miss Walters, and she was looking for her half-brother. So he took her to see Holden, and she said she didn't know him.
Yes. I did. I did. My detectives found somebody that they thought might be Holden. They didn't know. So I went to see for myself. But what did I see when I got there? It wasn't him. That wasn't him. He was a man that didn't have any, you know, and his no memory, no past. And I did it. I made the decision. And I thought I was doing it for you. To spare you the hell that you're going through now. To spare you more pain.
You had no intention of telling me that you found Holden. I remember that trip to New York. You came back and you sent me off to Zurich. Because you couldn't face me, could you? You let me think that he pawned his wedding ring. That he was on a freighter halfway around the world. You let me think that he'd stopped loving me. How could you let me believe that?
Louis, he loved you so much. He told me so the night of his accident.
He went to see you in New York. Why?
He overheard an argument that John and me were having with Lucinda about whether or not to tell you the truth about Aaron. He went to Julie for confirmation.
Which I gave him. He was so concerned about you and how you were going to react after the miscarriage. He tried to call you, Lily, but all the phone lines were down in Luther's Corner, so he wanted to drive straight back to you and see you. But he was so exhausted that I begged him to at least get a few hours rest, to check into a hotel for a few hours and get some sleep or something. I guess he was on his way to the hotel when he got mugged.
All these months, I thought he left because of the fight. I thought I was responsible.
I didn't even know he was missing until weeks later. And I came back here to tell you about it, and Lucinda persuaded me that you weren't strong enough to hear the truth about Aaron. But I didn't know how to explain to you that I'd seen Holden in New York without telling you why. And then Lucinda said that we should tell you the truth once we found out what had really happened to Holden. And she promised me that she was doing everything in her power to locate him.
And that was another lie. All the lies seem to come back to you.
No, baby, no. Not the original one. Not that one.
I'm to blame for that,
So am
Louis.
I.
Oh, you are all to blame.
That's the truth.
Oh. What would you know about the truth? After all these lies, what would you... Who are you trying to protect? I mean, really, who were you trying to protect? Yourselves. And Holden's life is totally destroyed. And my life is totally destroyed.
No, not your life.
Get out. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And I don't want to see you ever again.
Lily?
Get out!
I really didn't know if you were going to talk to me, but I appreciate it.
What do you want?
I want to tell you that I won't be at the farm tonight or on Christmas, so please don't stay away on my account, because I really think you should be with family now. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry, Lily, for everything that I've done, but I only really just tried to protect you.
Holden wants a divorce. He told me that last
Lily,
night.
I'm
It's because of you and your lies. He never would have gone down to New York.
sorry, Lily.
He never would have had that accident. He never would have lost his memory. You robbed him of his past.
Lily.
You robbed him of everything that he ever was. And you robbed me of a husband that I love more than
sorry.
anything in the world.
I am just so sorry that I was part of that deception.
I don't blame you.
Lily, please, I want you to try to understand what was going on in our mind in that summer. You see, when Julie found out that she was pregnant, she hoped with all her heart that the baby was going to be Caleb's. And then she found out that it was Holden. She was devastated. She didn't know what to do. And poor Iva, she was so concerned about what it would do to you and to Holden, and because the wedding was coming up. So she got this wonderful idea. She thought it was wonderful that she would adopt Aaron, and then that would protect you. You would not be hurt.
Lisa, she lied to me. She lied to me. And what gave her the right to make decisions for Holden's child? We could have found a way. Maybe we would have raised Aaron ourselves. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Lily. I just thought I'd see how you were doing. Oh, hello.
Thanks.
Listen to me. I know you're very angry about all this, and I certainly don't blame you, but you know your mother, Lucinda, is in a very bad way about all of this.
It's not my problem anymore. Listen, thank you for your concern. I want a little time alone.
Of course.
Well, I'll be thinking about you at Christmas, and honey, if there's anything I can do to help you, if you can think of anything, just would you let me know?
Goes for me too. Well, we were just leaving. Yeah. I'll run along too.
No, John, would you stay? How could you come out here?
Well, I'm your mom, still.
Do you think that I'd really want to see you? You knew Holden was in the hospital in New York for months, and you didn't tell me. You knew that I was crying myself to sleep. I thought that he'd stopped loving me. I thought that he was dead. I'll never forgive you for that. So get out and take all your presents. I don't want anything from you. And I never want to see you again. Tell me when she's gone.
I have no desire to hurt you. I don't hate you. I don't feel anything for you.
I don't believe
I just want to be free of you. That's it. You think I'm like you, plotting, lying, deceiving. I'm not. I hate all of that about you. I hate it. But if you think that I deliberately manipulated and lied, well, maybe that's good. Because maybe now you know what it feels like.